yo, what's up? This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer. And on a Friday, I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. And my guest is her name is Maddie. I forgot your last name. What Wilkins? I'm
Warren.
sorry. I was
You're good. You're good.
Warren. I'm sorry, Maddie. I'm sorry. I was just my mind is all over the place.
Nah,
But
you're
I
good.
appreciate you coming. All right,
Of
thank you.
course.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Um, it was good. I'm actually Canadian, so I am in America right
Oh,
now, but my family is back in Canada, so I did not really have a Thanksgiving. Just kind of hung out, went to the gym. That's about it.
okay, all right. How was your workout? Was it cool?
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice leg day.
Okay,
Always fun. Nice
yeah,
little quad day.
that's good. Yeah, I see your pictures on. You have very huge quads. You're a wellness
Thank you.
competitor.
Yes. Yes, yes, I am. I did one show last year, and then I'm prepping for my next show in May.
Okay, what made you get into bodybuilding?
Well, I actually used to power lift, and then the company that I'm sponsored by, they had me working the booth at the Van Pro show back in 2022, I believe, and
Hmm.
all the bodybuilders were around me, and people would tell me, "Hey, like you have big legs, like you should compete in wellness," and I was like, maybe I should. And then one day I actually just impulsively decided I was going to hire a coach and start prep. And that's what I did last February, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me show some pictures of. Well, I did a slide. Um,
Sure
so
thing.
like, how was it like? What was it like preparing for a show for the
Um,
very first time?
yeah, it was definitely like a fun experience. Obviously, I was hungry. It was lots of cardio. It was a lot of hard work, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. It really showed that, I could do anything that I wanted to as long as I was dedicated and put my mind to it. So I think it really gave me not only a lot of like physical growth, but also mental growth and mental strength. So yeah, I really loved it, honestly.
Hmm. Did like when you say the mental part, like the mental growth, like how did you get better, like on the mental part?
I'd say because growing up, even throughout my cutting journeys and everything, I actually like thought about being a bodybuilder, but I told myself, no, like you can't do it. You love food too much. So being able to actually go through that prep and sacrifice not being able to eat whatever I wanted, just kind of showed me that I can do something even if it's hard. Like if I want to do it, I will do it. So that was a big thing. And then also learning more about how my body responds to certain things. Also, like post show, when you deal with a little bit of post show binge eating and being able to get through that and learning more about how my body and my mind responds to like food restriction and how to overcome that because obviously the post show binge for a lot of people can be really tough. So, just yeah, learned a lot, and then it helped me with my clients, teaching them how to get out of those like restriction phases and binge spirals. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see you got some great discipline.
Yeah.
Like how old are you? Because you like looking at you, you look very young. Like you just stepped into the 20s.
I'm 24.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, it's still young, but
Yeah, I have a baby
yeah,
face.
yeah. I noticed that. Yeah. So yeah. I've seen some of your stuff, and and you talking about nutrition. Like, when did you decided you wanted to help others on nutrition?
So I kind of decided that a long time ago. I'd say it's 2025 now. I think it was like 4 years ago or something. And like
Yeah,
even when I was a bit younger, when I first started, when I was like 6 months to a year into my fitness journey, I would help out my friends. Like they would come to me for advice, and that's kind of why I started posting. And then especially after prep, when I was going through my binge eating phase, that was worse than it had ever been in my entire life. I used to binge like once a week, whatever, I would get away with it. But then when it got really bad post show, that's when I learned, okay, like those binges, like once a week binges, were not normal. And so I realized that was something I had to work on. And then when I started sharing that, a lot of people were coming to me being like, "Hey, how are you getting through this? Like I go through the same thing." And then that's when I realized, "Hey, like I want to learn more about this so I can help other people because I knew how hard it was." So after prep was when I really started to focus on helping people with their nutrition, but not just like, oh, this is how you eat healthy, but how it affects you mentally and how to get out of those like binge spirals or the all or nothing thinking.
yeah. So like with bench eating, you're like consuming more food than the regular.
Yeah, like I remember in the past, like it was like you would eat one piece of chocolate and then you just can't stop. And like, so you
Yeah,
know, you're eating like 6,000 calories, your stomach hurts. And like so many of my clients that I have now, people that I've helped in the past have gone through that problem too. And I realize there's not enough people out there who know how to help people with it. So I wanted to be one of those people that could help and that could relate to.
yeah. Like how it is in Canada? Is it like in America where it's fast food like
Um,
everywhere majority of the
Yeah,
times?
there is quite a bit. Like the portion sizes aren't as massive as in America, but I've spent most of my year actually outside of Canada, so it's a little bit different. But for my Canadian followers and clients, yeah, they do have access to fast food at the snap of a finger. Got Uber Eats, skip the dishes and everything as well, so it doesn't help.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, yeah. I probably can relate to it a lot of times because I get addicted to sweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like they put things in there to make you get addicted and stuff
That
like that. And
dopamine chase.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
very real thing.
yeah, it's not easy. I remember one time, where was I at? I was at it was a donut place, and I can't get the name, but you know, I bought like a box of donuts. Then the person the person offered me to get one free, and I was like I couldn't eat all them donuts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I forgot the name of the donut. It's it ain't coming to me, but it was in Manhattan where I worked at before, and they got good donuts, but
Yeah.
it was a lot. I just couldn't handle it because I'm already addicted to sweets, and then and she started laughing too. Like yeah, she knew what I was talking about, but
Yeah. Yeah,
like
Manhattan
do
does have
you
a lot of good donut places, so I don't blame you.
yeah. Yeah. Like do you deal with clients that's really addicted to sweets or food
Oh,
in general?
yes.
And
Mhm.
how do you help them?
Honestly, like there's different ways that I do help them depending on like what that client situation is, but a lot of the time I will kind of talk them through it and kind of teach them that like food is kind of like a dopamine hit. So sometimes when you're like, "Oh, I really want this donut right now. I really want it." Sometimes it's like, "Okay, cool, have that donut." But when it becomes like a constant thinking about food and everything, sometimes you just have to pull back and be like, "Okay, like am I physically hungry? Like would I eat a bowl of broccoli right now?" If the answer is no, then you're probably dealing with more of like a dopamine chase. And when you realize that you're just chasing dopamine or you're chasing that like emotional hunger is what you're dealing with, then to like sit back and realize, okay, like this donut, it'll give me 2 minutes of dopamine, but after that, like it's gone and it's not really going to solve whatever thing you're trying to comfort, or realizing that, these sweets are always there. And You don't have to have them all at once. They're always going to be there. You can have it if you want it. And also just kind of realizing that you want to choose what actually is going to make you happier, because for someone like me too, I love my sugary foods. But when I think about it, okay, if I eat these like 3 donuts right now, that's going to feel amazing for like 5 minutes. But then I'm going to feel worse the next day because I'm not going to like be working towards my goals that I have for myself and what makes me feel best. Like, I don't really feel my best when I'm eating 3 donuts, you know what I mean? So once people kind of realize that, focusing on what actually makes them feel their best, it
Mhm.
ends up being the better choice. But it honestly just depends on what specific client it is, what specifically they're struggling with. But yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like what was about to ask you, like in your first show, like with the diet, like what did you eat? Like what was the meal plan for you? Did you have
Um,
micros and all that type of stuff?
So the way that the coach that I was working with at that time did it, he just had like set meal plans and they would change every like week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks depending on how my body was responding. But it was pretty much like entirely whole foods. It was like chicken, sweet potato, rice, ground beef, vegetables, cream of rice, and like cod. That was pretty much my entire diet consisted of like strictly those things and maybe like some strawberries here and there and almonds, but that's pretty much all the food that was in my meal plan the entire prep.
You know, I heard bodybuilders they don't really like eat too much fruits because
Yeah,
something
it
about
was very
sugar.
minimal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I figured that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but
further out from
what
the
kind? Oh,
show.
now go
Oh, sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh yeah, further out from the show, like more fruit is good, but then once you get like closer into prep, then they kind of cut them out.
Okay. What and was this show like in Canada or
Yeah, this one was in Canada.
like what was the like I know there's I don't want to try to the things to guess but like what was the show
It was
about?
the Vancouver Natural one. So it was
Oh,
just
okay.
like a regional show.
Did they have like a lot of wellness competitors there or
Yeah, there was like a decent amount. I'm not sure the exact number, but
yeah.
I'd say probably somewhere around 15 or so. Since it was a natural show, it was a little bit smaller than the open category, which usually has more competitors. But my next show is gonna be a much bigger show, so that should be interesting.
Okay. And where this show is gonna be held at like
I'm actually gonna do so the New York Pro show is normally just a New York Pro, but now they added like an amateur
oh
competition with it as well, and I spend a lot of my time in New York, so figured I would do that one. It is an open show and I'm still natural, but I just want to see how I compare and I want to see my friends in New York, so figured I would do that one in May.
oh that's cool like I attended the New York Pro
Okay,
yeah
yeah, I actually was there last year as well too. It was a really good show.
yeah, I came late. That's what it was. I had to. I'm in Brooklyn, and so trying to get over there, it's
It's
a pain in
far.
the. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like 20 minutes for like the bus ride. Like if I take like a the New York Transit, I mean the New
Yeah.
Jersey Transit, it's just 20 minutes. But
Yeah.
like to just find the bus that's gonna take you there, it could
Yeah.
be a little confusing and stuff. So yeah, and then
Yeah.
every like couple of times, well, I went to this show. It was called Mr. Universe
Mm.
in July 4th, and I was there early too. I was there for the wellness. Fit model and bikini and stuff. Yeah, it was all right. It was fine.
That's
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I hope you do well in the
Thank you.
opening. Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll see. It's a little bit tough as a natural, but we'll see how we compare and just do my best.
Do you have like family or friends that go see your show or?
Um, I did when I had my show in Vancouver. My like mom, my aunt, and my grandma were there. That's about it. And the next one, I'm not sure if I will really want them to like spend money and fly all the way out to New York, if I'm being honest. But whenever I compete in Vancouver again, I'm sure they will come.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So there was a clip that caught my interest. I could play it.
Dream body isn't going to fix your broken mindset. You can lose 10, 20, even 50 pounds and still feel like you're not good enough. Because if you don't change the way you think about yourself, the way you speak to yourself, the way you feel is not going to change no matter how you look. If you want to actually reap the benefits of having that dream body, you really need to work on what's going on inside.
Yeah, like what's your experience in doing that? That's
Um,
interesting that you say that.
yeah, so, honestly, like the thing that I've noticed with myself in the past, my clients, a lot of them and myself, I'll just kind of speak for myself, but when I've lost like weight, I've had abs, been super lean. There's times where I was like, yeah, like I look really great, but I wasn't truly happy inside. Like I was still judging myself all the time, being like, oh, you're not good enough yet, you don't look good enough, this and that. And so being lean didn't really do much for me. But then even like once I started working on the way I spoke to myself and not picking myself apart, I honestly became so much happier even when I'm not quite as lean, when I'm in a heavier season, when I've been traveling and everything and just not thinking too much about food. I'm not constantly being like, oh, you don't look good enough right now. You're not lean enough right now. And my life has changed for the better. Like, I'm so much happier. I'm able to be present when I'm out with my friends, when I'm out traveling. I'm not constantly worrying about, like, oh, do I look okay right now? Oh, I don't look good right now. So it just makes a really big difference when you speak nicely to yourself.
Yeah, so in other words, you go through body dysmorphia.
Yes, very much
Okay.
so.
Yeah, this guy. He's a internet. He's viral. He's like a internet personality. I'm gonna just say,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like a pretty boy, and he gets all these like these. He's trying to get his jawline done,
Oh, that
clavicle.
clavicular guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just actually recently was told about that like a week ago.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, and it was funny because I'd seen him on Fresh and Fit, and he was getting on some of the girls there. He was rating the girls, and
Oh,
it was
yes, I
kind
think
of
someone
harsh.
sent me that video.
Yeah, it was kind of harsh. It was like I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, he's. I didn't know who he was, but then I started kind of, oh, he's like this pretty boy guy that he's trying to improve on his looks, and he's
Yeah.
19. So I heard he's
Yeah.
trying to get taller. He's getting
Yeah,
like at
apparently like
least,
spending a bunch of money to break off his limbs and get his legs extended or something. I don't know,
yeah,
but in my opinion, like life is not that serious and it's not all about how you look. So it's kind of sad to see the generation coming up like
yeah,
gonna look at that as a role model, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, that is tough. Like, I mean, I noticed that bodybuilders are kind of like that, but not at that extent. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of them they get their boobs done. You
Yeah,
know,
I did notice that. Yeah, it's a really big thing.
yeah. So you do like the natural stuff. You're not going to do like
Yeah, no,
no.
no, it's not for me. In my opinion, like, unless your goal is to step on the Olympia stage, and mine isn't, I don't think that it's worth sacrificing my health for that. Like, I know that, like, I can just be my best self the way I am. It's just not really my thing to take anything to boost that, I guess, and just sacrifice hormonal health, mental health, and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever thought about doing like natural bodybuilding organizations like OCB or
I did think about it,
yeah,
but I kind of like want to stay in like NPC, CPA depending on if I'm in America or Canada, just because it's more competitive, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Um, yeah, even though it kind of sucks because there's a lot of like what I've noticed, like the fake natties and stuff, and I hate it, but I honestly just want to like challenge myself and see what I can do.
Okay. Well, I got another clip. We could check it out.
Do you ever change outfits
Yeah.
10 times and still end up staying home because you feel like nothing looks good on you? I used to do that too, picking myself apart and waiting until I look better to start showing up. But the truth is, waiting to feel confident before you start is exactly what keeps you held back. Confidence doesn't just magically show up after fat loss, it's something that you build throughout your fat loss journey. And it's built through how you talk to yourself, how you move, and how you keep showing up even when things feel uncomfortable. Because when you start now, even with imperfect action, that's how you change everything. And that's what I help women do: lose fat, rebuild their self-trust, and finally feel confident in their skin again. So stop waiting to feel ready. Start becoming her today.
So most of your clients are they like women or
Sorry?
no? Are most of your clients women?
Most of them are, yes.
Or do they feel like insecure or?
A lot of them, when they first come to me, that is one of the most common struggles that they tell me about is like the feeling of being insecure, not good enough, not liking the way they look, or not liking the way they show up in certain environments or events. It's very, very common, yeah.
Oh. When they see you, do they be like, well, I don't know if I want to look like you, or they just admire your look?
A lot of them will like it just depends. Some clients have different physique goals, but a lot of them be like, how do you look like that? Like, I could never do that, this and that. But then once they actually start training and start following their program, we work on their mindset, they kind of realize like, oh, I can do this too. But yeah, like a lot of them will come to me, especially when they want to get strong, grow their legs, drop body fat, all that stuff.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you have guys or at times
Um,
or?
Yeah, like I definitely do coach guys at certain times. Like I've had one from LA, one from Calgary. I had some from Vancouver for a while. I recently coached one guy from Dubai for 3 months. So yeah, I do both men and women. It's just more common for women to come to me because they feel very like safe and comforted around me because they can really relate to me.
Are there ones that became competitors?
Yeah, so I actually did have a bikini competitor first timer compete last week. So that was really cool. I've coached a lot of powerlifters as well, so I don't do much powerlifting coaching anymore because I'm not competing in powerlifting anymore, but I've had lots of powerlifters compete at like the national level, the local level, the provincial level, the western level. So yeah, lots of competitors.
Yeah. How did you get into that, the powerlifting thing?
So basically, when I first did my initial weight loss journey, I lost like 40 pounds. And after that, I remember scrolling through Instagram and I would see all these guys on my feed just like maxing out their deadlift. And I was like, hey, that looks kind of fun. I'm gonna try that. So I would go to the gym and I was that like 18, 19-year-old girl that would just go and max out her deadlift every single day. Literally, I kid you not, 6 days a week.
Mm,
Not a good idea. But I got really strong and I was like deadlifting, I think like 3 plates I had gotten to without even like proper powerlifting programming or anything. So then I was like, oh, I'm kind of strong. And then I ended up lifting like a little bit more than that. And then I was looking at like the local powerlifting gym near me and looking at how strong the girls were there. And I was like, oh, why am I like stronger than a lot of the girls here? And then I was looking at, the national numbers and stuff, and I realized that I was pretty strong. So then I was like, okay, like I want to go and compete. And before I even did my first competition, I remember looking at the world numbers and I was like, I am going to go to worlds in my first year of competing.
mm.
Don't really know why I wanted to do that, but apparently I did. And so I actually did do that. But yeah, I don't really know what made me do it, but I just, something in me had that urge. Like, I got addicted to becoming stronger because I thought it was cool. And honestly, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun.
What's the heaviest you deadlift?
I think it was like 410 pounds or something.
Okay. Wow. Wow. And did you also did the squats?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
I think a few years ago, my heaviest squat was like 325 pounds. I
oh
think
wow.
back in, yeah, that was like just before I had gone to Worlds a few years back. I just don't really max out my lifts anymore.
Yeah, wow. Like how do you just train for that? Like what you just start off like with one plate and then two plates, three plates and stuff?
So it depends on like what my top sets would be, but normally like yeah, I'd warm up with like the bar, a plate 25, two plates, just
Yeah.
depends on how strong I was. Like if I couldn't really just go like a lot of guys that can squat like 400 or 500 pounds, they can just slap on like one, two, three plates, but for women who aren't lifting more than like 325, usually you kind of got to go like a plate to two plates, then a little bit smaller jumps as you get heavier.
Okay. I'm assuming you had a coach, right?
Yeah, I did for a little bit and then I just started self-coaching.
Okay. All right. And how long was that? Like
So I started, I ended up doing like full powerlifting, like squat, bench, and deadlift. I competed in that for like a year. And then I was still training powerlifting style for like a year after that as well and doing bench press competitions. But the 1 year was like when I did most of my competitions and actually was taking it very, very seriously.
wow, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some women. Do you know any women that you admired that did powerlifting?
I mean, there's a lot, I'd
Oh,
say, but I used to look at kind of different people in my weight class. So Leah Bovoil, for example, she was the top in the world at my weight class, so I would usually just look at her stuff, since she was the top of the world and in my weight class, so it just made sense for me.
yeah. Well, let's go to your Instagram. I hope this thing on computer act don't act up with me. I'm gonna just show it a bit, and yeah. Can you see this? Let me know if you see this.
Um, I cannot. Oh, now it's loading. Yep, now I can.
Okay. All right. So we on your Instagram, and this is your pic. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
15
my
weeks
first
that you was
shirt.
prepping. Yeah, you
Yeah,
look nice.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yes. So, oh yeah, what place you was at on your show? I
Yeah,
don't know
so
if
in
you.
that show I was first in my class and then second overall.
Oh, okay. Was it like a did you like was it like a stressful day for you? Do you think
Um,
like
I mean, yes and no. I was used to competing in powerlifting, so I didn't find it to be too stressful. I think it was more
yeah,
so just like, okay, I need to make sure I remember my posing routine and that type of thing. But overall, like, it was fun for me. Like, I kind of went in with the mindset, like, hey, I did all this work, let me just enjoy it. And it was pretty good.
okay. Do you have like a favorite workout?
Oh, favorite workout? I mean, I like to train shoulders, honestly.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you ever try like I know you have them legs, but you ever did like pistol squats?
Um, I mean, I've kind of tried in the past, but I've never actually like taken it seriously. They are
Okay.
very, very tough. Something
Yeah.
I'll learn eventually, but at this point, I don't know if it's a priority of mine.
Well, you look like you eat a lot with the pizza. I can understand you with the binging. How many
Yep.
pizzas you eat?
No, no, no. That I honestly that pizza, I think like that was an old video, but it was one of those
Yeah.
like on my free meal day, I think it was like a 600 calorie pizza, so I would just like save my calories and then eat the pizza.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like yeah, I noticed you do a lot of traveling. Like
Yeah, I've been traveling like all year. I'm actually still technically traveling.
yeah. Like what are the places that what was like your favorite place that you traveled?
That's tough because I've been in like 20 different cities this year, but I'd say probably Croatia was my favorite.
Croatia? Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Was it mostly like in Europe or like you traveled there or just other
So,
places?
yeah, like I was in New York for like 2 months of the year. I was in Texas for a month. I was in Miami for a little bit, Chicago, LA, and then 5 different countries in Europe, and then now Arizona. So I've been all over, moving around.
Oh, what made you wanna do all that traveling? Just
Honestly, I've just kind of had a dream since I was like a kid to see the world. So I have the opportunity now that I'm working for myself that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pack my stuff up and go. And I didn't really plan it. It actually kind of just happened unexpectedly, but then I just kept going with it. And I love it.
hmm. Ever did like Asia or Africa
Not
or
yet,
anything like
but I am planning on doing that in 2026. I definitely want to go to Asia for a little bit, and I've been wanting to go to like Morocco and some different places. So, yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
places in this world that I still need to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, wow, I'm not mad at you. Like,
That,
I think when I was a kid, I always dreamed about wanting to go to LA because the stars and all that type of stuff. But
mhm.
I don't know. Like, the stuff I be hearing, it's not no different than New York. Oh shit, let me see. Oh,
Yeah,
it's no
it's
different than New York.
no, it's very,
So
very similar. Yeah. So it's like seeing different countries and different continents. I think it's just the culture is so different and it's really cool to experience. Like the people there are amazing, the food's amazing. There's so much of this world to see and I can't not see it.
okay, okay. Like, do guys approach you or like places that you go to?
Did you ask if guys approach me in places that I go to?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, it definitely does happen on a regular basis.
Okay. I'm just throwing that out there. Out
Yeah,
there.
especially
I'm
with the
assuming.
doesn't help when the quads stand out from a mile away, so
uh, do you tell them like you're a bodybuilder at first, or they just
um
figure it out?
usually they just figure it out because of the quads.
That is it that big? Wow.
I think they're like 26 inches right now.
26 inches. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
Wow.
they're big. They're gonna get smaller because of prep, but yeah, they definitely like that's usually the first thing anyone says to me is like, "Oh, your quads," and I'm like, "Hello."
Had, Yeah. Did you ever thought about exploring to just like women's physique or like
Mm,
well, I
honestly,
don't know bodybuilding, but
yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, but I really love the wellness look, so I kind of want to stick with it. I prefer to just have that kind of build, so I definitely like stop training upper body as much, and I'm just gonna focus on that wellness build. Maybe one day, never say never, but for now, wellness it is.
yeah. Yeah, I know like with wellness, they don't like work out on the upper body as much as maybe like the other divisions and stuff.
Yeah, it's a little bit less, yeah, because we need
Yeah.
more lower body dominance, so.
Yeah, I know. Like, the people make noise about the fit model. They don't work out as much and
Mhm.
stuff. And before bikini, they don't do that much posing. They just show their butt and stuff like that. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like wellness is a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of similar to bikini a little bit.
Yeah, it's very similar, just bigger legs, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys look feminine and stuff.
Hmm.
I know like I think the critiques of people is with the women bodybuilders, and
Yeah,
sometimes the women's physique. You know,
yeah.
like, do you have any like prejudice with the other divisions? Like,
Honestly, I think like as long as people are happy, like just compete in whatever makes you happy. I really like honestly, I just don't care to like have an opinion on it. I think if it makes them happy, then cool, do your thing.
yeah, like but like with like nutrition, like so you're a coach. Do you ever thought about being a nutritionist or?
Yeah, so like I technically do have my like nutrition coaching certification, so I do a lot of people's meal plans and everything. Um, I definitely do want to like get more education in that later in the future. But that's probably gonna happen in the next year or so and just kind of build on the knowledge that I already have.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. You got any words for people that wanna um stay healthy or try to start off bodybuilding or anything like that?
Honestly, like the biggest things I'll say is if you want something, go get it. Like put in the work. It's gonna be hard, but at the end of the day, it will pay off and you'll learn so much about yourself too. And also the other big thing I'd say is work on your mental health too. Like you can work on your physical health all you want, but if you're not working on your mental health and the way you speak to yourself and the way you handle your emotions when it comes to the way you eat, if you're not fixing that, working on your physical health is only such a small part of it. So you really need to do both. And it makes your life 10 billion times better. But honestly, like, take the first step, start, get help if you need to. Like, you don't have to do it alone either. Most of the influencers that everyone looks up to, most of the best competitors, they all have a coach or have had a coach at some time in their life. So don't feel like you need to be cool and do it all by yourself. You really don't.
Yeah, that's just some good advice. Yeah, yeah. Mental. I remember I was watching a movie, and it was saying like what good is a a healthy body without a healthy mind. So
Exactly.
yeah,
100% agree.
yeah. Well, I hope I wish you the best on your
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so
this
much.
yeah this is what I'm assuming we're in 2026. The show
Yeah.
is gonna be. Oh,
Yes.
this is gonna be in the New York Pro, or
Yeah, the New York Pro Am, so I'll be in the amateur
oh,
part of the show. Yeah.
okay, yeah. I hope to see you there. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was nice meeting you. Nice talking to you. Yeah, I'll
Thank you
let you
very
go.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you so
all
much
right,
for having me.
no problem. All right.